Hello, my name is Mohit and I'm going to demonstrate the experiment 1 of the assignment in the cybersecurity. So in this experiment, I demonstrate the exploitation of Java RMI decentralized vulnerability using the Metasploit Framework. Java RMI or the remote machine invocation allows a Java program to invoke method of another Java object using a network using serialized objects. If the RMI service does not properly validate incoming serious data, it becomes a vulnerable to decentralization attack that can lead to the remote code execution. So for this experiment, I created a control level environment. I installed the Kali Linux OS as iOS, as you can see from this website. I installed the ISO and I have also installed the Method table 2. It is in the this framework, and I have used the Method table as intentionally the vulnerable target system. Since I am using the Apple Silicon system where the VirtualBox does not support the x86 cache system, which is the Method table 2 have. So I ran the Method using the QEMU using my terminal. So like this. So this is the command I used use the Method table to run. So this allows the vulnerable Linux system to run correctly on the ARM architecture. Both machines were connected through a host-only network configuration. I will show you. So this is the network details about it. There's an adapter with the host-only network I have created here. So this is the host network. There's a marks and lower bound. This is the IP of it, 192.168.56.1 of this. Both machines are connected through a host-only network configuration, and the host-only network creates an isolated private network between the attacker and the this attacker VM that is present here, and there's another VM which is in my terminal. I'm going to run again using this command. So this will create a new create a QEMU. Using the QEMU, it will open the Metasploit table. So this ensures the all exploitation remains confined within the lab environment, maintain the safety while simulating a realistic attacker victim scenario. So after verifying connectivity and confirming the Java RMI service in the running port 1099, I will proceed with the exploitation part. First of all, let me see what happened in the Metasploit table. So this is how the Metasploit table will open, and I will first of all, I will have to log in it. MSF admin. So this is the this will open the terminal of the Metasploit table. I will open the Linux VM, which is currently here. Uh, this is how the Kali OS looks like. I have already set up the Kali OS, so there is no need for it to show. So this is how I can. This is how it look like. This is the terminal of it. So port 1099 is the default port of the Metasploit table. So this is the Metasploit table. I will run it again to show you. So this is the port. It will open. While this is opening, I will show the uh, I will show the IP of the Kali attacker. So this is the Kali attacker. In the terminal, I will run the command IPA, which will show me the IP 192.168.56.2. So this is the IP of the Kali VM. So what will going to happen? We are connected with the network of host only network. So this host will connected to the VBox net, which we have made the network. Then that VBox network will forward this network to the IP of our that QEMU Metasploit table. That is around 110.0.2.1.15. I will I can show. So this is the MSF admin. I will, if I run the command ifconfig, so you can see there is an enter address of the 10.0.2.15. So what is going to happen is there is a two-layer system will work. So this IP will connect to the host only network for the 1.68.56.1. Then that will forward to the connection of the 10.0.2.1 of the QEMU. So this is the IP. Then I will show how the attacking system will going to work. So step one is the reconnaissance using the nmap. So before launching the exploit, I perform the reconnaissance using the nmap to identify the open ports and running services on the target system. So I have run the command this nmap 1099.192.168.561, which shows that port 1099 is a default port for the Java RMI. This indicates the target is potentially vulnerable to the RMI-based decentralization attacks. After this, after successful nmapping, I've run the command of MSF console. I start the Metasploit framework, which provides a database of exploit modules and payloads. Using that command, that it will open the terminal of the MSF. So I have run the using the command use exploit multi misc Java RMI server. This module targets the insecure RMI service with the decentralized unstructured objects without validation. The step 4 will be the configuration of target parameters. So this is the I will so we have to show the R host, R port, payload, L host, and L port. R host specifies the target system. R port is the 1099 because that is where the RMI registry service is listening. After that, we have load the payload. The payload is the Java reverse TCP Meterpreter shell. L host is set to the attacker machine's IP address, and L port specifies the listening port for the reverse condition. After setting all the details, we can verify using the option of show options. So you can verify the R host is this, R port is this, L host is this, L port is this. So this is the verification of that. So after that, after all verification, we will exploit using the commands of exploit. So after the exploit sends a malicious serialized Java object to the RMI service. Because the RMI service does not properly validate incoming serialized object, it deserialize the executes and the payload. So the victim machine has executed the payload and established a reverse connection back to the attacker. So this attack is currently successful. We can see the command the get UID give me the root, which is of the Metasploitable is the in the root one, and the get UID is, system info gives me the Linux 2.1 server, which is the Metasploitable. The computer here shows Metasploitable OS is the Linux 1, architecture is x86. So it shows that it successfully exploit our Metasploitable VM. So this is how the exploitation is done. Thank you. Now in the experiment 2, I will demonstrate the exploitation of Samba user map script vulnerability using the Metasploit framework. So Samba is a software service that allows the file and printer sharing between the Linux and Windows system using the SMB protocol, typically running on the ports of 139 and 455, which we have used as I have shown here. So I've run the commands of the nmap using the first verify the Samba service is running on the target system or not. So the scan confirms that the port 139 and port number 445 are in the open state, so which shows that indicating that the Samba service is active mode. After that, I have launched the launched the MSF console framework. After that, we load the expert module. This module targets a misconfiguration in the Samba user map script, which allows command injections. You can see that this will open it, and after that we will configure the target. I configured the target using the system's IP address using R host, this is the system's IP address, and this is the L host, which is my Kali attacker IP address for the reverse connections. After setting this, we can verify using the command show options. So using that, we can see that the R host is this, the R port is given 139, and the L port and L host are is my Kali IP address and the port number. Then I verify all this. We are ready to exploit the Metasploit table. Using the command of exploit, the expert command successfully executes and open a command shell options. So as you can see, this is the command shell option. I already run that some commands like who am I. It gives the answer root. So who am I command confirms that I have obtained the root level access on the target system. So it will directly gives me the root, which means that it will be root level access on the target system. This demonstrates the successful remote command execution through Samba vulnerability. I will also run the command of username A. It gives me a answer of Linux Metasploit table 2.6 server. So that is of the Metasploit table is shown here. This is chemo is the Metasploit table, so it's successfully demonstrate the Samba user map vulnerability occurs due to the improper input validation. When a specifically crafted request is sent, it allows command injection at operating system level. This result in a full system compromise with root privilege. So this concludes our experiment 2, where I successfully exploited the Samba vulnerability to obtain the root cell access. Thank you. Hello, my name is Mohit, and I'm going to show the experiment 2 of the cybersecurity lab assignment second. So in this experiment, I will use the same isolated lab environment consisting of the Kali Linux. So I've installed the Kali Linux using this website and the Metasploit table as the vulnerable target system. I'm using the Metasploit table in my terminal. You open the terminal using the command of keymoo. I've run the Metasploit table, which I can show. It is available here. So this is my keymoo or Metasploit table is open here. I can open the Metasploit table using the after login using the command msf admin. This is my login one and password also. So this is the Kali Linux runs the Method framework, which I use to perform the exploitation. Since I am using the Apple Silicon system where the VirtualBox does not contain the x86 gas system directly, I run the Metasploit table using the keymoo with the x86 emulation. So this allows the vulnerable Linux environment to function correctly on the ARM architecture. Both machines are connected through a host-only network configuration. So you can see the network here is the host-only network, which I have made using the network portion. The IP of is given here 192. So this will act as the bridge between the host the attacker one and the Metasploitable the vulnerable system. So it will forward the request from the Kali attacker to the Metasploitable. So both machines are connected through the hostful network configuration. The hostful network creates a private and isolated communication channel between the attacker and the victim machines, ensuring that all the exploitation traffic remains confined within the lab and does not reach the internet. Because the Metasploit table is running outside the QEMU with the user mode networking, I forwarded the specific ports from the host machines. As you can see that it is here. The ports, the 139 and 445, I have used for this experiment. I used the port number 139 and 445, which are used by the Samba service of the SMB communication. I verify these ports the open using the nmap from the Kali in the virtual machines. You can see this is my virtual machine. After opening it, it can show that this is my nmap, and this is my command, and nmap of the 139.445. Using this command, we can see this. It will run it. Using the command of nmap, we can see that the port is opening in the port number 110 and 445 are in the open state. So the confirming that the Samba service is accessible and ready to be exploited. The setup is simulates a realistic attacker victim scenario while they maintain the complete isolation of security. Thank you.